Hello everybody here, Japak5 here, and welcome to my Napoleon Total War commentary battle. This is a battle between the French Empire and the British Empire. So, I have brought one unit of Marshal Soult, and that's my general. That's a 3-star general. Then I have one unit of Old Guard, these guys. And these are the strongest troops of France, and in the vanilla Napoleon, the best line infantry. And then I have brought 2 units of Fusilier of line. These guys. These are some pretty nice infantry. Standard line infantry. Then I have 1 unit of Regiment Hibernia, and remember this is Napoleon Total War Darth mod, so they are some exclusively new troops. These guys. These are almost better than standard line. Then I have 1 unit of 15th Italian Line Regiment. So that's it. Then I have 2 units of Chasseurs, and then 1 unit of 6th Regiment Infantry Léger. And these are some nice light infantry. Then I have 1 unit of French Old Guard, Grenadiers à Cheval, and this is mounted Old Guard with rifles. I have 1 unit of Polish Guard Lancers, and back here I have 1 unit of French-Polish 1st Regiment de Chevaliers Lanciers de la Garde, elite Polish Lancers too, and a unit of Cuirassier. I do not like Cuirassier right now in this time, but I have 2 units of 6-inch howitzers, and Cuirassier are pretty slow and fat, so that's why I don't like them. Lancers are faster and more mobile and more devastating. So let's take some time to watch the nice skins of Napoleon and the Darth mod. I really love Napoleon and their effects and so forth. And I love the time period. So why take howitzers over artillery that's more accurate? Because howitzers can be used in all terrain. You can see that the cannon can be used all terrain, and that's why. And here's the massive British army. They have 1 general staff unit. Then they have 1 unit of foot guards. Well, not these guys, but foot guards. Right here, these guys. These are really nice troops. And they have 1 unit of Black Brunswickers line infantry. These are these guys. Pretty interesting soldiers. Then they have a bunch of foot line and foot. These guys. I love the new marching sounds of Darth mod. Then they have 2 units of King's German Legion foot. These guys. 1 unit of 88 foot Connaught Rangers. These guys. Also one of the elite units of the pack. Of the unit pack. Then they have 1 unit of 42nd foot. The Black Watch. These are really nice British troops. Scottish troops, really good at melee. Here I have some more foot. And then they have 1 unit of Chasseurs Britannique. I don't know why they brought them in right there. Then they have 1 unit of Horse Guards. So as you can see, my artillery are trying to destroy them, but of course artillery isn't that effective. But if it is used right, like Negrossi Flats, then it can be effective. So I'm going to play a defensive battle right now, because I know that it is crucial to get off the first shots. Even if it might be more exciting to be attacking, then if you want to win, play defensively. Because if you play defensively and the enemy goes for it and just attacks your line, then you will shoot them to pieces. So that's why I have my chasseurs in standard infantry, light infantry doctrine, because that means my standard line infantry can shoot over the heads of these guys, and that's going to be devastating. Combined rifling. So my opponent has pretty long and nice infantry lines, and I don't remember if Darth Maul enabled ranked fire. If they did, then it's okay, but normal Napoleon, then it's no ranked fire, and that's kind of sad because the late Empire had ranked fire. So I'm blasting my opponent with artillery, and here I move up my old guard, Grenadier Cheval, to get off some volleys against the enemy horse guards. So I move them up pretty closely, but so now they charge. But the only problem is the horse guards are in the forest, and these guys don't seem to even got a volley. Even if they got a volley, they wouldn't have done any damage because these are some nice cav and they are in the forest. So there they go, and I run back my cav. It was a crucial mistake of my opponent to chase me down with such a good cavalryman, because waiting are my lancers, and I don't like the sound. So here are my lancers just waiting to have an opportunity to charge, and such stupid the British cavalry are, they charge right into my lancers. That's a dumb mistake. So here go my lancers, and look at it, just look at it. The enemy have even formed wedge-like formation. So there I smash my opponents, and my lancers will wreak havoc on my opponents. As you can see, already they have lost a bunch of cavalrymen, and that's not good for my opponents because these life guards are crucial, or horse guards. So we'll say bye to these guys. And here are the standard British line infantry, marching pretty disordered. Marching in 2 lines, that's pretty weird. So yes, that's what's going on right now. These cavalrymen rout. So then I'm going to move back my cavalry to their before positions. And here comes the British line, advancing. And I love the beautiful effects and flags of Napoleon or Dartmouth even. So there are these guys rout, but they're too determined to kill my cav to rout. So they are going to chase me, and this is one of the funnest parts of this battle. Look at this. It's going to be pretty fun. As you can see, my lancers stopped right in front of my Grenadier à Cheval. So just look at it. Just look at it. My old guard are going to fire. The only thing that's going to happen is this thing. Bunch of suicide. So as you can see, I'm killing my own guys, so that's really fun.
Our men are running, sir!
Sir, you saw that. That's the first time I noticed that. I have shot my own cavalry. Because the enemy couldn't have demoralized these guys, but I was lucky to get some of these guys alive. So my artillery is still firing really deadly volleys right now. Boom! Yes, because when artillery hits the enemies in Dartmouth, they are really effective. But else they are not. So here's the soldier range. So this is what my skirmisher would have seen. Like this. So he has a clear line of sight. My line infantry have a kind of okay line of sight. So as you can see, this is so clear that it was a massacre. And of course, taking friendly fire on such elite and expensive cav is not recommended. So look at this. This was a big explosion. Killed a whole bunch of these guys. So here I move up my cav because the enemy is concentrating a massive blow right here. So I move up my cuirassier and my other cav right here to try and escape from these guys, because I do not want to let these guys get free shots. And I can't charge these guys because they have some foot guards behind. So the AA is actually, in the middle is pretty undefended, but back here in the flanking moves, it is pretty strong. So I can see that he's strong in the flanks. But I'm lucky to have old guard right here. So here the very depleted British march up now against my lines. And here move a bunch of, here moves the Black Watch right here. And the British get ordered to fire at my cannons. My cannons have still done enough damage, so the only problem is it's really hard to shoot down artillery. So here I tried to do a raid with the French Old Guard cav, but it seems the Black Watch are kind of hacking and they won. So here I'm shooting, so here my chasseurs are beginning to fire right now.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
So it seems my general is being shot at. I don't know why, because it's so hard to hit him in that range. So as you can see, my chasseurs are doing some nice damage because chasseurs are doing what they're doing. Weakening up the enemy, destroying these guys. So the Black Watch moves up in a weird manner right now, trying to outflank me. That's pretty smart, but the only problem is when they try to outflank me, like right here, they never do it pretty well. They never move up a corps to confront me. Their middle is just too weak. And of course they don't even see, like, why not? I have cuirassiers in their flanks. So now they're moving up, so I'm concentrating on these guys, but I know they're going to try and flank me. So when I see this, I charge up all of my cav, and also these guys. Back here, so these guys are going to make a heavy charge, but they're heavily depleted too. So now my infantry, even my old guard, are beginning to fire. And of course, old guard are one of the best units in this whole game. So here they add up some volleys on my flanks, and that is kind of devastating. But look behind, my heavy cuirassiers are going to do a really heavy blow, and these troops are even leaving their flanks. Even if they're trying to shoot at these guys. So here come my cuirassiers, right through the smoke. It's just a massacre. So here I'm trying to correct my lines right here. And it seems the enemy troops, the foot guards, are trying to take care of the advantage. But the only problem is I have old guard shooting at these guys. And getting shot by old guard is not fun. And here the British charged my artillery, who was the best bet for these guys, but problem is I have infantry shooting at these guys. So here I run my cavalry right through here, and it seems these bastard skirmishers have put some stakes. And I don't know why I paused this, but there was some stakes right here, so my cavalry ran right through, and they died. So it was pretty small of the skirmishers putting that thing there. But I'm sure it was just a stroke of luck, and I didn't even care for these guys. So here my cavalry are just slaughtering these British troops, and that was a massive morale shock for the British. Here
Our men are running, sir!
So there we go with these guys. So let's see the fire by rank. Here you see my artillery is trying to run away. Oh, they are firing by rank. Nice. So the British troops are doing some foolish moves right here. I could have more organized and just stood up and shot my opponent. That's what I would have done. So I withdrew my cav because I knew there was some foot destroying these guys with their muskets. And here my artillery gained some XP because it seems they fended off these troops right here. And here's the enemy general. And that's a general staff, of course. So I'm completely blasting these British troops. Some of the ways why I got the advantage is because I got the first shots. But they're going to do some more aggressive. So as you can see here, I got the advantage of getting first shots against these bastards right here. Or almost. So as you can see, Fusilier of line are worse than foot. Here we're getting surrounded by troops here. And I'm trying to fix my problem as soon as possible. Because you do never want to have the 42nd foot to shoot you guys at the flank. Especially Fusilier. So here the British are trying to rush me. But here comes my cavalry once more to the rescue. Yes, always cavalry plays a very crucial role in my battles. Without cav, I can't be victorious. It's just a mobility. I can even sacrifice 2 units of artillery to save 2 units of lancers. That's just how I roll. Artillery is never my strength in these games. In no total war games I really like artillery, but I normally use them just as a weakening tool. So yes, I love to watch these effects, and here come my
We
cabs.
have killed their general, sir.
So we killed
Now
the enemy
they
general
must break.
because he stood right here taking a charge. That was really foolish. He could have stood right here, rallied his troops, and given them morale. And a foolish mistake of these guys is the 88th foot, their best unit, who is not a guard unit, is standing in square. Like, seriously, they're standing in square. That's a bad move by AI. Putting some really nice troops in square is not a good move. So yeah, that's really bad. Here I have my old guard grenadier Cheval doing their best, shooting some Scottish men in the flank, in the rear. These British troops are firing right here. These Chasseurs Britanniques, I'm sure they're going to have less effectiveness with these stakes, so I'm lucky at that. So now I'm going to try to reorganize my lines right here, because I know that it's going to be bad for me. It's going to be demoralizing. And always remember to have your general in the place where it's most trouble. So right now I had my general right here, because there was most problems right there. So as you can see, I'm blasting these British troops, and I haven't even lost my skirmishers, so it's kind of weird because they had a really powerful infantry corps, and they could have blasted off my skirmishers pretty fast. But the British are going for the smart tactic right here. So my cavalry are completely rushing and slashing through anything in their way. So these chasseurs are now finally beginning to lose, these Chasseurs Britanniques. And that is a good mark, because now I'm going to advance my infantry, and yes, I'm going to mop up the rest of my opponents. So it's going to be a the battle itself was pretty fast, because the enemy did some foolish sacrifice, but then they tried to do some annoying moves. Like this, who is like a completely useless move, trying to shoot my cab. So they are defeated the enemy general for the second time, right there. Yes, because the AI has just infinite morale. Like my lancers, who broke off right here, didn't even come back. But if the enemy had lancers, they will surely come back. Just standard AI hacks, for sure. So now I'm going to run my cavalry to the last gap of resistance, and here come my lancers, like the first units in the battlefield. So these foot don't stand any chance right now, and these troops right here are trying to move up against me, but I get the first shots. But when they get the first shots, they have the advantage, because the foot are superior. And also I have a little bit thicker line, so it's almost easier that my troops will be hit, so I'm going to try and spread these guys out. But I have cab behind, so yes, that's going to be really demoralizing. So that's standard. The heavy lancer cab knights coming to the rescue. So there they go. These guys are pretty much screwed right now. So these guys break off, and that's pretty much almost the end of the British. Some few troops in the sides and so forth, but
A glorious victory, sir,
yes,
is soon to be yours.
so here we go. A pretty nice victory right here. Was kind of a bit overflowed victory, but I tried to do my best to let the AI have some advantages. So here go their chasseurs, try to destroy me, but they can't. There they go. And the last British pocket resistance are now defeated, so here are the last British trying to do their best to destroy me. But of course here comes my great guard, my old guard Cav. And of course old guard Cav, they lost some guys, but they're still effective. So here we go. A massive massacre of the remaining foot. And that massacre is pretty much it for the battle. So it was a clear victory, as you can also call it in like Rome Total War. So I deployed 3,464 guys. The enemy deployed 3,568 soldiers. I lost 751. They lost 2,808. I killed 2,628 and they killed 309. So as you can see, the kills were pretty clear. My Cuirassier got many of these guys. My Polish losses got even more. My Grenadier Cheval did some crucial roles. And all my troops did some good job. Especially the old guard, demoralizing the enemy. And my Sassas, of course. And my howitzers, the second unit got a bunch of kills. So yes, hope you have enjoyed this battle. Gapak 5 signing out. See you next time.